Hello everybody and welcome to the Game Shed with me, Jamie. Today I'm having a look at the brand new release, CoinOPS 6 Lite Revision 3. Now I'm just going to spin through all of the games here, but very quickly, just stopping on a few games to show you. If you want to know in more detail about any of the games, just press pause on this video at any time so you can keep track of what is in this pack. Now this pack is about a 4.6 gigabyte download and contains, if you look on the top of the screen there, 700 games. Now just last week I did a CoinOPS 5 Lite video which came with about 370 or so games, which maxed out my stock Xbox original hard drive. So when it was announced that this here CoinOPS 6 Lite Revision 3 had just come out with 700 games, I had to delete my CoinOPS 5 and try this version out, because 700 games is far too tempting for me to not try. So the total time taken to delete the CoinOPS 5 and put CoinOPS 6 on took me an entire 10 minutes. Okay, so you can see straight away that since the last video the graphics have improved somewhat. Now that's got nothing to do with the CoinOPS 5 to CoinOPS 6 upgrade. That is quite simply because I have done a little soft mod to include 720 HD graphics, and it has made my bloody day, and I will be bringing you a video showing you how to do that very shortly. It's actually relatively easy, and that maybe took a combined amount of time of about 5 minutes. So I now have a wonderfully modded HD arcade encompassing Xbox original. Now it has just had soft modding done to it, no hard modding. So if you've got an old Xbox knocking around that you haven't tampered with in any way, then you too can do this. All you need is an Ethernet crossover cable, an internet connection, a PC or Mac, and that's about it really. There is a video tutorial I have done on how to soft mod your Xbox in the link below, and you can find other links on how to put on ROMs and emulators and various other Xbox modding tips and tutorials below. So first impressions of CoinOPS 6 Lite, well, amazing, absolutely amazing. Look at this. I mean, some of these games here, these 700 games, I cannot wait to get involved in them. There is one or two slight issues I've found with it at the moment. Now this was only released a couple of days ago, but so far I found that on this menu screen here, if you're scrolling through one at a time, as opposed to what I'm doing here, which is flicking down and just stopping randomly, you will find that the marquee artwork, so the top of the arcade machine you can see on the right, where you can see Metro Cross there, sometimes that disappears and doesn't come back until you reboot the system. That is quite annoying, because it usually happens at around when you've scrolled through about 400 games, so not that great, but not that big a deal really. Also, this since modding has crashed twice on this menu screen, so I've had to restart the system. Not a big crash, just a freeze, and it is all resolved by just pressing the power button off and then on again on your Xbox. But aside from that, it's bloody perfect. The menu options are all very straightforward. The games on here are phenomenal. Look at this, Pit Fighter Arcade. Absolutely wonderful. There's a couple of marquees that I'm not happy with, but I can change those myself. That's all very straightforward. They haven't updated the stock marquee for Street Fighter 2 since 5. I complained in the CoinOPS 5 video that the Street Fighter 2 marquee was wrong and featured Akuma in it. He's obviously not in the game, and I moaned about that, but you know, that's just my issue, I suppose, and as I said, I can change that relatively easily, so no big deal. In fact, I'm going to come up to Street Fighter any minute now, so you will see it for yourself. But aside from that, all is working wonderfully, and to be fair, the more I use this, the more I do enjoy CoinOPS as opposed to Final Burn. Yes, I have said it. I am loving it. Look at that original Star Wars. Amazing. There you go, here's the Street Fighter 2 marquee. There's Akuma. Not happy about that, but I could sort it if I really, really wanted to. Look at this game, Street Fighter the movie arcade game. Absolutely phenomenal. So this has really, really, really got some great games. And this is just the arcade section I'm going through at the moment. I've sorted the games into system and alphabetical, so at the moment we're going through all the arcade games, then we will get on to the computer games, the PC games that is. Then there'll be stuff like PS1, there'll be Super Nintendo, Sega Mega Drive, N64, things like that. It's all very, very easy. Now, I don't like every single game that is in this 700 pack. I will be deleting out some of the games and replacing it with some of my preferences, but I believe top notch on this pack. So to the creator of CoinOPS 6 Lite version 3 revision, top notch job, well done, amazing. I will be recommending this to everybody, quite frankly. But the list of games supplied is phenomenal. There's maybe about 20 or 30 games I'm not too happy with, but as I said, I can easily change them out myself, add my own video files and my own marquee artwork. Very easy. So we're just coming up to the last couple of arcade games here, down in the W's. There's Windjammers, phenomenal if you haven't played that. It's a Neo Geo game, kind of like Battle Frisbee. WWF WrestleFest, one of the greatest wrestling arcade games of all time. And the last 3 arcade games here, and on to the PC games. Look at that, Doom, wonderful conversion. Some more of the PC. It's Commodore 64, Game Boy Advance, Sega Mega Drive, remember this? Aladdin. Wow. Gain Ground, Golden Axe, Gunstar Heroes, one of the greatest games ever. That is factual. That is not an overstatement. Sonic, everyone's played this. If you haven't, you're probably not watching this video. Wonder Boy. And onto the N64 bits and pieces. Now I've tested a few of these, they all run perfectly. And what's better is they're running in HD on your television. Mario Kart 64 plays amazingly. Very smooth control with the Xbox controller. Absolutely great. Onto the Super Nintendo. There's Aladdin, the more inferior of the two 16-bit ports of that game. Desert Strike, Donkey Kong Country. How can you not love that? Earthworm Jim, what a character. Final Fight number 2. And another classic, Legend of Zelda: Link to the Past. If you haven't played that, go and play it now. Stop watching this video. So we're coming up to the end of the video. I just thought I'd show you this brand new upload. There's a few Mario games. If you've got any questions or would like to see any additional mods being done, soft mods, just drop a comment. Remember to give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this. And yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys, and we'll be bringing you updates when and where we can. So until the next time, see you later.